A pleasant good evening to you all. I'm Shane Harris, bringing you a very special edition of Shane Harris Tonight Extra. Coming to you from, not at that Sunoco, but at a place known as the Washington Fire Company. Yes, hello to Pluto up there. One of the 3 fire departments in Salem, New Jersey, where you're about to see something special. Sorry for the road noise, we're doing this in the morning. And this is why I'm here. Ladies and gentlemen, the brand new Pierce Enforcer, the newest pumper truck for the city of Salem. And this thing, as I showed to you in the community tab back on a few weeks ago, was also, well, coincidentally introduced in the pouring rain, which is unfortunate. This is the first Pierce to enter the city of Salem since 2002, with the Liberty Ladder being the previous one that came from this Wisconsin-based manufacturer. This is also the first pumper since the E1 from 2006, which usually resides here, but apparently I don't know where that is, despite everyone's turnout gear being there. So something's probably... they're on a Sunday cruise, I bet. The paint scheme, when I first saw this thing, it gave off a vibe similar to Lowell, Massachusetts, or, dare I say, the northern half of New Jersey with the town of Neptune, who has a similar paint job. The black curved nose and the red and black striping. Funny enough, Pennsville has a similar paint scheme, but they don't have a stripe scheme like that. This is the first truck in Salem to have all LED lighting. Very interesting light bar up there that actually has a strange pattern to it. Unlike it being like a strobe style LED, you see little curves inside of them. Basically, it's miniature LED rotators, basically. Europe has a few LED rotators, but they're not in a bar, so pretty odd. Of course, for all the mechanics out there that are having to work their butts just as hard as the firefighters themselves nowadays, you have the handles to open the hood. Meanwhile, this truck has a very different setup. You got a little wheel and electronic speaker, but here in Salem, we are not like Syracuse or Columbus. Because, for you purists out there, including myself, this is the soundtrack to glory right here. The little giant heavy bullet known as the Q2B. Basically, the one thing I like about fire trucks the most, unlike everyone else out there. If you're wondering what my favorite firefighting like hubs are, Philadelphia, New Haven, San Francisco, Orlando, they know how to use it. Denver too, but Syracuse, Columbus, Houston, y'all suck. And take a look at this little decal that attaches to one of like the things you would connect to a hydrant. Little bald eagle on it with the American flag. America, F yeah. Hey, I censored it. By the way, my mom's hanging out with one of the people who are here, and apparently there's a little fly that's in here in one of these horns. Based upon when they came back, this thing apparently has the same exact horn set as Philadelphia's Spartans. Yo, fly, get out of here. Yeah. Wish I had a pencil just to get a little fly out, because he's living in there, apparently.
I guarantee they blow a horn, he's gonna move.
Has black rims, which is very sharp. Then you get to the all complicated stuff right here. Extra connectors and other whatnot. There's even a switch where you can actually have the cab lift, basically, so you can get access into the Cummins block that powers this thing. There's the exhaust, alongside some of the other panels and stuff that houses all the other whatnot that is needed. Extra ladder, one of the LED rotators in the back. And this is a pretty funky design in the back. Usually all the fire trucks nowadays have a back that's very flat. This one is slanted, basically. Which, in my opinion, is a very retro design. Meanwhile, there's another set of other whatnot in the back that is accessible via a roll-up door, as you just saw. Basically, more reels than I can count. They even have a little that is a tongue twister. A reel rewind switch. Basically, you press a button and the hose basically winds itself back up. You just need to, you know, make a proper trail, just like you do with a garden hose. All the extra hose stuff would be up there. Usually it would be fully stuffed. So now over here is basically more panels and whatnot. More panels, more extra stuff. This is the part that makes my brain hurt. The actual pump switches and whatnot. Ladies and gentlemen, we came a long way. And so did the company that made the pump itself, the Waterous Group. That's mounted on the Pierce chassis right here, and good grief. Driver front, driver's side, officer side, rear. This is the kind of stuff that makes your brain hurt. Even everything's all like multicolored and whatnot. Sorry, my arm is shaking. I'm getting goosebumps right now. Like mint green, yellow, silver, white, red, orange, blue, tan, deluge, and good grief, people. Why is everything so complicated? Rear end jet, whatever that is, good grief, people. Why does everything have to be so complicated nowadays? Ay. And now we get to see the inside, if we ever could. Madam, Miss Ayers, interior, please. So now we take a look inside, and unlike Quentin's 1986 Grumman with the duplex, this thing is a bit more confusing. Because just like a concrete mixer, you have a single seat. And in here, it's a little bit different. In Quentin's truck, you actually have a pedal down there to hit the Q2B. Instead, there isn't. There is a nice windshield washer fluid thing right there, so that gives you something to do. Plus, if you're bored, here's a little panel for you to read your book or map in. Up here is where you'll find the extra Whelen electronic siren speaker, which is typical of many modern apparatus, plus extra lighting, front scene, driver scene, passenger scene, etc. Oh. So, and at least I know why that, instead of the foot, they actually have your hands doing all the talking. Just like a boxer would. One is labeled mechanical siren, which is the cue. The other says air horn, you know the drill. Hey. And if you're wondering how to stop the cue from droning on and on, just winding down, you have the siren brake button right there you would press, which will slow it down, just like if you hit an e-brake on your automobile. Your cup would go there, plus air conditioning stuff right over there. The driver obviously has all this is right there, and if necessary, that rope also doubles as the air horn in case the driver's a little bit busy. In the back, you have an extra little torch, as what the British would call it, basically an extra giant flashlight. Plus, all the other passengers would sit in the back, though that would be a pain in the butt, other than the fact you got seatbelts, so that's kind of a good thing. Plus, some are rear-facing, so they get to see a whole, like, metal slab other than that.
They have side windows.
Yeah, that too. The metal doors are right here, so be careful when you have your legs in here. You actually have power windows, which makes me feel kind of spoiled, but hey, I believe the Sutphin in Lower Alloys Creek that we usually have would have some of these features. Then you got two other, like, USB, like, plug-in switches, which aren't labeled. Who knows what it could do. And of course you have a little, like, walkie-talkie speaker right there. There's your little communicator just to get some people's attention. And there's the air conditioning vents. Also doubles as your heater vents, too. Bullets. So, you want me to have a little fun?
No.
Nah. Not you. Not you, Mom. I'm asking Miss Ayers.
What do you want to do? Are you paused?
No, I'm still continuing. This is raw.
Go for it.
Air horn.
Go for it.
All right. Horn set in 3, 2, 1.
Hold on.
Oh, you have to have the battery. You gotta get the battery going on this thing. Oh, yeah. Apparently in today's trucks, you gotta have the battery on.
There you go. There's lights too. Try that.
Hey,
Don't be touching stuff up.
Hey, Mom, that's the electronic siren. Don't be going nuts, alright? Okay, where's the lights at?
The lights over here.
I remember the fire department.
There you go.
There we go. Okay. Horn. Siren. Electronic. And cue. Break. And now, the lights. Look at this. We got LEDs, like I mentioned. It rotates. Very funky pattern. I like it. Okay. That is beautiful. I know. You can shut her off the lights. Shut her off the lights. Please. Oh. Like, I will in just a moment. And now, the back. This is where some of the other people would have to deal with. Like I've said, you would have to stare at this or look at the side or look at the buddies next to you and other whatnot. Yep. At least these are much more comfortable than the Grumman that Quentin has, because that actually has the motor mid-mounted. But you do get a Detroit and a stick shift, which makes me a bit more happier. Plus, you have a PA 200 that goes with the Q, because it's the 80s, you know. And this is odd. Green light. A little green light, like this ain't Chicago, folks. There's extra hose up there.
It's the high-rise pack.
The high-rise pack, whatever that is.
That's up there, dude.
Oh yeah, for the deluge. There's an extra fire extinguisher, and there's the deluge that I was mentioning. Right up there. Then, that's empty. That, I don't know what's supposed to hold within these two areas. And that is also reserved for whatnot.
You wanna come up here?
Here is some of the extra lighting in the back.
Do that and I'll hold it.
Hey, I got it.
Do you wanna go up and see the deck one?
Eh,
Sure.
nah.
Yeah.
There's
wanna
no.
climb?
I'm not climbing. Of course, they recently got this brand new, so they're still probably setting up extra stuff and whatnot. So there's a box that's been unopened with what looks like someone's camping gear in it, based on the bag. But I'm not speculating. Over here. Whoa. There's a little power trip right there. The power strip. And apparently it has shoreline inverter outlet, 120 VAC or 20 amps, 60 hertz. And apparently it lifts up. Yeah. There's a little toolbox in here, apparently. And there's another, like, power inverter in here with extra hertz and gigawatts of whatnot. And there is obviously all that to make yourself more confused. All that with all its lights and whatnot. And now we get to the big question. As I come back over here to you. As I come back over here, now we got to talk about the, dare I say, the $600,000 question. Gallons per minute. Or liters per minute for our international viewers.
I thought that you would know.
I don't know that.
I don't get the answer.
Well,
Go back to you.
let's just say it's a lot. I want to thank Miss Ayers for letting us into the firehouse. So, Demon Racer 2, Rayman 14, Gloucester County rescue videos and whatnot. Get your 3 butts down here to Salem, New Jersey when this thing goes. It's the nicest thing that this county has right now. I don't care what the people on Facebook say. Till then, I'm Shane Harris. Motor City will be the 100th video on my channel and the 7th episode of Shane Harris Tonight in Season 2. That'll be this upcoming Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you want more firefighting action, join us in the summer of 2026 for the 2-part SET presentation of Pump Primers 50. We'll see you then. Good night.